Hi, I'm Elle. I'm one of the specialist occupational therapists. I've been qualified for almost 7 years now, and I had a very interesting journey into occupational therapy. It was actually a teacher at school that recommended occupational therapy to me, and I'd never heard of it before now. So I did a lot of research into what do they do, what kind of places do they work in, because all I knew is that I wanted to work in health. The more and more I found out about it, the more interested that I was in the journey. But just to make sure, I did a year out of school before I went into university. I then went into university and qualified and started as a band 5, which I was so excited. I had so many ideas of what I wanted to do. And I did a couple years of rotations before graduating up to a band 6. Then I decided to specialize in orthopedics because I just loved the bones so much. And so I moved around a couple hospitals doing orthopedics for a long period of time. And one of my favorite journeys was working with some of our sarcoma patients, which are cancer patients. And I loved it so much that I decided that when I upgraded again, I was going to go into oncology, which is specializing in cancer patients. So currently where I'm working, I'm a specialist occupational therapist in specialist medicine and oncology. So I work on the oncology ward with the patients, helping them to rehab after they've had chemotherapy or radiotherapy. I help to get them back on their feet and make sure that they have the right equipment that they need for when they go home, and make sure that their lives are as meaningful as possible to them. With all of this, I decided that I wanted to now start educating others on how great occupational therapy is. So I've now pursued a new career path to go into education, which is super exciting. And now I'm going to be helping allied health professionals as a whole to focus on how they do their workforce development. So looking into things like preceptorship, so support when you first qualify into a new role. Looking at how we recruit staff, even including international people. Looking into how people develop their programs for assistants that want to go on apprenticeship journeys, and various other things where we're going to be looking at standardizing the workforce so everyone can be the best practitioners that they want to be. What motivated me to transition into education was that I saw that there was a lot of disparity between the roles and how qualified people were in the roles that they were taking up in terms of competency levels. Depending on which speciality you worked in, you got exposed to different things and different skill sets that wasn't generic across the board. I also noticed that Black and Asian minorities were not in more senior positions, and they took a longer period of time to progress to the levels of their non-Black and Asian counterparts. And I felt passionately that that shouldn't be the case, and that we should have more people of all levels to be able to transfer their skills. Also, our unqualified workforce in terms of our therapy assistants, I wanted to see a pathway where they could grow and develop. And so those were some of the reasons that I transitioned into education. Pursue your dreams. Do what you think is best for you. Take time out to know yourself and follow the pathway that is going to lead to you being the best version of yourself.